Many parents of children with disabilities in North Carolina say their children are not getting what they need at school. Data shows students with disabilities are suspended at twice the rate of other students, and their test scores have been going down. WRAL Education Insider Emily Walkenhorst interviewed parents, teachers, and others about the changes they'd like to see.
Okay, you can go first.
Susan Book describes her son's third grade year as a nightmare. Employees didn't know how to calm down her son Emerson, who has autism and was having meltdowns at school. So instead, she picked him up from school day after day. She thinks he missed an entire semester of school that year.
I know that he was restrained many times.
Book says schools need more training and more staff to help students like Emerson. He's doing well now in middle school with the help of a one-on-one aide.
The system isn't really built very well. It's underfunded.
State education leaders are drawing up a new way of funding special education based on how severe a student's disability is. It has a long way to go before it's approved. Special education funding has been capped for 30 years. That means schools don't receive money for thousands of students enrolled in special education. People like Book and Janaire Robinson have long been asking for a change. Robinson wants to reverse high special education teacher turnover that she said has disrupted services for her son Josiah, who has autism. Teacher shortages have been especially high for special education for decades. The latest state report from last school year shows school systems had more than 600 special education teacher vacancies. That number is equivalent to about 1 in 4 North Carolina schools.
They're starting to cap everything, and the children is who's hurting because they're not going to be able to get the resources they need.
After falling behind and being restrained, Josiah ended up transferring from Halifax County Schools to a private school in Durham, an hour-and-a-half bus ride away, every day, for 3 years. Robinson brought him back to Halifax County Schools this year so that he could be around more children his age. He's made friends and even went to a dance. But Robinson said he isn't totally happy. She said once again, some of his teachers have already quit. Emily Walkenhorst, WRAL News.
State officials and school districts have agreed to a plan in the long-running Leandro education lawsuit that would raise funding and lift the cap. The plan is in limbo because of political opposition. The lawsuit says North Carolina isn't providing an adequate education for children. For more on this story, go to WRAL.com's education page.